to E4 Electric, your number one source for what's happening now in the world of electric cars. Today I'm going to tell you why we should all be very excited about the next year, 2018, which is just about the corner. So many different things that I'm looking forward to, and so should you. But before that, if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex, and if you're interested in staying up to date with all of these exciting things that are happening in the universe of the electric cars, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward, but most importantly, become a part of this community. All right, with that out of the way, as you can see, I am not in my studio. I am no fancy graphics here. I'm in my car because once again, we're having a power outage in my neighborhood. It's scheduled. Very annoying and definitely ironic because we're talking about cars powered by electricity, and yet I have none. But nevertheless, I was going to pre-record this segment last night and just release it to you guys this morning. But a lot of you told me, no, Alex, just do a live show. Doesn't matter where you're at. So I am now in my car here. Parked is this beautiful park here near my work campus, and this is where we're gonna do this. Now, just so you know, I can't see all of the comments. I can only see them for a second. I see Isaac is joining us from New Zealand, Jan from Slovakia, Nigel, as usual, from North Ireland, and so many of you guys. So I appreciate it. I just love my audience because you guys are just, you know, from all places all around the world, and we're all kind of bonded by this by this one passion, right? Andreas from Germany, Greg from Wisconsin, Jose from Seattle, just so many of Leon from Australia, just from so many of you. Okay, guys, let's talk about why we should be excited. By the way, let me know in the comments if you're watching this in replay, and if you're watching this live, of course, let me know in the chat room. Why do you think 2018 is going to be an exciting year for us? And I'll tell you. So just for me personally, it's been a long road, because the first time I put the the deposit on a reservation was 2011, I think, maybe 2012. And at that time, everybody thought I was such an idiot. Why would you ever, give your money to a company that makes electric cars? They failed so many times. Everybody just thought it was crazy. But when I saw the very first Model S prototype that I saw, and I thought that, hey, this car is going to change the world. And 7 years later, I think so far I'm being proven right. And and I'm sure a lot of you feel that way. My best story that I have is that I had this coworker, still friends with them, and at that time when I got my first Model S, he trolled me so hard. I mean, he just gave me such a hard time. Fast forward 5 years later from that moment, he not only works for Tesla himself now, he owns 2 of them. He has a Tesla Solar City solar roof, panels. He has a power wall and a home power charger for his Tesla. I mean, this guy has gone as Tesla as it gets, right? And so a lot of people have been turning, not as much as him, but this is just the best story that I have. And, definitely tell me about your stories where people who at first thought you were crazy and electric cars were just ridiculous and Tesla was just, gonna fail. And now they're either buying or bought one or want one or want to ride in yours. So definitely tell me those stories. I'd love to hear them. So in my case, this is my story. And this has been a long road, right? We're nowhere near where, we're nowhere near the somebody says, did you see Model 3 Owners Club? His club guys getting Model X. I thought that was ironic too. He's created his entire online presence around wanting the Model 3. And yes, today he bought a Model X. I thought it was funny as well. And yes, UPS has ordered 25 semi trucks, and we'll talk about all about it tomorrow, by the way, guys. But back to my excitement. When we were starting this year, Tesla was already kicking ass, but we really didn't know what was going on with the Model 3, and we all knew that this is the time for them to shine. This is the time for Tesla to really appeal to the broader market, because a lot of people around the world, don't forget, this 80, 90, 100, $150,000 Teslas are not on their radar. This is not their universe. Just like when Tesla came out with a Roadster, and I was still making, okay money here in Silicon Valley, you know, to me, it wasn't a thing, right? The 2400 produced at 100, what, 40,000 to 150,000. I wasn't really that interested, and I think that's how a lot of the world felt entering this year, right? And we were still like, well, what's going to happen? Well, now we know what's happening with the Model 3. Yes, I know it was a bumpy road, but it's still, hey guys, we're gonna start 2018 with Model 3 being sold. The production is going to be at pretty good levels. People are excited about it. And don't forget, Tesla semi-truck, Tesla Roadster, all this new technology that are being introduced just by Tesla is definitely going to be an amazing year for them. But look around the world and other car makers. You know, Tesla was really kind of leading the way, and with not that many other manufacturers really even excited about it or doing anything about it. Yeah, there's a Nissan Leaf. Yeah, there was Chevy Bolt, which was, you know, exciting for a lot of people. But nevertheless, it is now an entire industry, and that, I think it started with the Frankfurt auto show, where they just started announcing one after another, they're going to electrify their entire fleet in 2-3 years. BMW, Mercedes, all of these companies, Toyota yesterday. But, you know, including Rolls-Royce, you know, I just did a show about a Rolls-Royce as well, going straight for electric technology. I mean, this is, you know, we're talking about just half a year turnaround. All these companies are now saying that we are going to make electric cars. We are going to commit to this. This is not something that we even thought about entering this year. And yet we're entering the next year with so many new cars coming in. Don't forget, Jaguar is going to have their I-Pace. Audi is going to have their e-tron Quattro. Just so many other companies are going to have their electric cars, and they actually have a decent range. Nissan Leaf got a refresh. You know, Nissan is entering this year in a much better stand. Chevy Bolt sales are picking up. This new brand, not brand, but this new car, Neo ES8 looks like they're going to be selling it in China and probably crushing it. And really giving Model X a hard time there. So it is happening, and it's going to happen next year. You know, the cars are coming out that they're no joke. They're going to have technology. They're going to have batteries that are, you know, 150 to 100 mile range. Varun in Chatroom says Tata and Mahindra in India will soon have electric cars. Yes, and think about all the startups. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with Lucid and Faraday Future and Fisker, but it looks like they all still are alive and kicking. It looks like a lot of them have a bright future. Even half of them have a bright future. That's still pretty good for a startup in the industry where, you know, it's not like you can just start up a company and start producing cars, and yet they're doing it. It is just so many things. Don't forget about countries. Don't forget about countries that have now came out in favor of banning sales of gas cars by, you know, 2030, 2040. I know it sounds like it's really far away, but a decade to go from a technology that's been around for ever, you know, for 100 years, to completely getting rid of it, it is very fast. You know, China has taken a huge initiative to move forward with electric cars and kind of becoming a leader, right? All of these countries are having incentives and all kinds of perks for people who are buying electric cars. Even the United States here, to be honest with you, I thought the 7,500 incentive that we had was going to go away, and it looks like it's not. Even our, you know, Republican Congress and the Republican president is actually going to go along with this once again. So, you know, all of these things were not happening this time last year, and yet just in 1 year we've all kind of turned around and kind of entered this exciting space. I'm going to CES in 3 weeks, and I already have heard so many different unveilings they're going to have. Fisker, by the way, I know I was reporting that Fisker is probably canceling their appearance. It looks like they are going to be there. They're just going to be using the booth of the company that's making lidars for them. So it looks like they are actually going to do it. Not sure why they're not listed as exhibitors. Not sure why they're still not replying to my media inquiries, but it looks like they're going to be there. There will be other technologies. I mean, their automotive section for the list that they've released for us, the media at CES, is extensive. I don't even know. I'm going to be there for 4 days. Not really sure if I'll be able to cover everything that there is to offer there about autonomous driving, electric cars, electric car technologies. They're really pushing smart cities now there as well, which means, you know, connected homes, solar batteries, green energy. So, you know, this is a huge convention, really a show, a consumer electronics show that is going to kick off this year on what I think is going to be on the right foot. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just me. Let me know, guys. I know you in the chat room there, quiet right now, but let me know if you're excited, and let me know what is it that you are looking for. Like for me, I definitely want to see what happens with the Model 3. I seen the car, I drove it, I can configure it right now if I wanted to, and personally, I'm gonna get it later in the year. But I want to see, as a fan of this industry, what's going to happen with their sales, right? I want to see what's going to happen with NIO. And someone in the chat room, Varun, says waiting for Tata Vigor EV review. I don't know, from me, I don't know. We don't have one around here right now. People say, Varun once again says, I want to see new battery tech entering the market, and you will see it. I mean, obviously, Fisker just patented the new technology. Obviously, Tesla has just had some sort of a breakthrough, announcing all of this technology in their Semi and in the Roadster. The LG and Samsung and other companies are coming up with their own battery technology to sell to auto manufacturers. Hail Me in the chat room says, is that car you sitting electric? Yes, this is my Tesla Model S. So yes, I don't have electricity in my home studio, but I have electricity here in my car. Model 3 says still big for one person. Yes, some people do believe that, but again, we're talking about all electric cars here. Renault Zoe in Europe is still kicking butt. I'm telling you guys, can you show the controls, please? This is not really the time, and I kind of have my camera set right now, but you can see other there's actually a section in my channel about Tesla tips and tricks that you can see in the features that you maybe did not know about. So if you're interested in exploring a Tesla Model S or a Model X for that matter, very similar, go ahead and check out my channel on the homepage. So all right, guys, let me know what it is that you're looking forward to. I only have what 3 more shows to do, no, 2 more shows to do tomorrow from my studio, and I might have a guest on Thursday. And my guest is actually going to be someone who writes, one of the founders and somebody who writes blogs for Evanex, the sponsor of this channel. By the way, the link is in the description of the video. And now I have my own code. You can use the discount code E4Electric, and that is going to save you some money. If you're buying something from Evanex over $100, which most likely you are, you will get $10 back, which is, something, and use the code E4Electric. So the founder and the guy who writes blogs for them is going to be here. Nigel in the chat room says, I've had Zoe for 3 years. Next will be likely upgrading to a bigger car battery. I don't know if you're talking about the rental option that you're going to be upgrading for Zoe, or just going to get a different car, but kudos to you. So we don't have Zoe here, but I think they're just one of the main competitors for Tesla in Europe. Let's see, it says, do you think there will be any CPO Model 3 in Q1 in 2019? Definitely not CPO, because that means that Tesla got that car back and they are selling it again. What I think you're going to see, maybe not Q1, but maybe Q2 is one of the demo cars, inventory cars. That is possible, though I wouldn't hold my breath, though, but it is possible. It would be like 1 or 2 in the entire country, but yes. All right, so check out the Evanex links. Also, since you're in the description of this video, also check out my Patreon page. If you guys want to support the show, please do. I have a bunch of exclusive videos, behind the scene footage. I'm also going to have my E-Awards, the electric car show that I made up, that I'm going to be posting the 10 videos here while I'm going on a vacation about the best of electric cars. And the video that my Patreons have voted on, which is going to be the sexiest feature of electric cars of 2017, that video will be posted on Patreon exclusively. You can see the link down below, and thank you for supporting my channel there. And of course, if you want to check out some funny electric car t-shirts, the link is also in the description of this video. Okay guys, I am just more excited than I started when I started this video. Definitely let me know in the comments what it is that you're looking forward to in the next year as far as being an electric car fan. So yes, Varun is right, and Varun is just kicking ass in the chat room today. Range is the sexiest feature of electric cars. That's true. Well, you'll be surprised what I think is the sexiest feature in electric cars. All right guys, I can talk forever about this, but I think it's going to be a great year. Again, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow once again at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I'll see you next time, and remember to stay charged.